In the bustling town of Enugu, where life moved fast and appearances mattered, there lived a young woman named Adaora. She was a sight to behold, tall, elegant, and always dressed in the finest clothes. Her skin glowed like fresh palm oil under the sun, and her smile could make any man forget his problems. Men chased her like flies followed ripe mangoes, but none of them ever stayed for long. Adaora had a secret, one so foul that no perfume could hide it. She lived in a flat in a modern part of town, often hosting parties and hangouts for friends. To outsiders she was the perfect lady, fashionable, charming, and well-spoken. Yet something always chased people away after they got too close. At first people thought it was pride. Then rumours began. "Something is off about Adaora," her neighbour Uju whispered one day at the salon. "I heard her ex-boyfriend ran out of her house in the middle of the night. I heard he vomited outside her gate," added another lady, laughing. Still, men continued to approach her. Some said they didn't care what the rumours were. She was too fine to ignore. One of those men was Obinna, a software developer who had just moved into her neighbourhood. Obinna was quiet and focused, the type who didn't get easily swayed by looks. But the first time he saw Adaora at the mall, his heart skipped. She was standing near the perfume section, holding a bottle of Chanel. He complimented her hair, and she smiled at him like he was the only man in the world. Soon they began to talk. Adaora charmed him with her stories, her confidence, her aura. She always wore expensive perfumes, the kind that lingered in the air long after she left. But strangely, she never allowed anyone too close. Whenever Obinna leaned in, she'd pull back subtly. When he tried to hold her waist, she'd redirect his hand. It didn't take long before they started dating. Adaora was sweet and attentive, but she always kept a distance when things became intimate. After a while, Obinna noticed something strange. Each time he visited her house, the rooms smelled heavily of incense and strong perfumes. Not soft scents, no, the overpowering kind that made your eyes water. Then one night, curiosity got the better of him. They were watching a movie when Adaora excused herself to the bathroom. As she left, Obinna's eyes wandered around. He noticed a drawer slightly open. Inside were over 10 different types of perfume and scented oils, all half-used. Then he saw something that made his heart beat faster. A strong antiseptic used for infections, tucked beside a package of scented body wipes. His mind began to connect the dots. That night, when he tried to kiss her, Adaora pulled away again, this time with a nervous smile. "Let's wait," she said. Obinna respected her wishes, but his curiosity burned. He couldn't help but think about what he had seen. The next day, Obinna decided to speak to her ex, Kene, someone he had met once at a lounge. Ken was reluctant at first, but finally spoke. "My brother," Kene said, lowering his voice. "Adaora is beautiful, but she has a condition." "What do you mean?" "She has very bad body odor, especially down there. I tried to help her, took her to a doctor. She said it was nothing, but it was terrible." Obinna felt a strange mix of pity and disappointment. Later that evening, he called Adaora and told her they needed to talk. When she arrived, he asked her gently, "Is there something you're not telling me?" Adaora looked at him, her eyes suddenly wet. "I was hoping you'd never find out." She sat down slowly. "I've had this problem since I was 18. Doctors say it's an infection that keeps coming back. I've spent so much money on treatments, soaps, oils, perfumes, but it always returns, and people always leave." Tears rolled down her cheeks. "I'm not dirty, I've done everything, but the smell, it haunts me." Obinna didn't know what to say. He felt sorry for her, but at the same time, he understood why others had walked away. "But why not tell someone?" he asked. "Because the last man laughed at me," she said bitterly. He told his friends. They spread it everywhere. For a while, Obinna kept his distance, confused, uncertain. Then one day, he visited a doctor and asked questions. The doctor explained that some chronic infections can be managed, but only if the person is willing to get consistent treatment and practice proper hygiene. Encouraged, Obinna reached out to Adeora again. "I won't lie," he said. "It's hard, but I want to help, if you're willing to help yourself." Adeora cried that night, not because she was sad, but because for the first time someone didn't run. Months passed. Together, they visited specialists. Adeora changed her diet, took prescribed medications, and learned new hygiene habits. Slowly, the problem began to reduce. The overpowering perfumes were gone. Her confidence returned, but this time without masking who she truly was. People still gossiped.